This video is a big thank you to all the subscribers to the channel. Hello everyone and welcome back to the BattleCast. Today's video means that we are at or near 500 subscribers, and it's just a way to, first and foremost to say a huge thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel and supported me from the very beginning. I just thought I'd give you a little bit more info about who I am and what I do and how I make these videos, basically. So I guess I'll start with how I started the channel. And basically one day I started fiending for a tabletop game, basically, and I came across Star Wars Legion. Actually, it was the announcement of Star Wars Legion, and I needed something sooner. I wanted something better. I don't necessarily like sci-fi as much as I like fantasy, so I actually found Rune Wars through Star Wars Legion. And I started doing some research, and it looked pretty cool. And the more you research a game, the more you get into it. So I actually found a local player who had bought the game first. I think there's just two of us here, honestly. It's not a huge community. But I had secured someone to play with, and then I had purchased the game. And so then while the game was coming, in the mail, I kind of just thought, like, what can I find, some gameplay, whatever. And there were tons of, 100-point battles, basically. You buy the box and then you play a little skirmish. There were lots of those. Everyone who got a preview copy of the game makes a skirmish video. But I wanted more. And so there's the Runecasters, who I watched, and their content came out quite regularly, but also then it kind of tapered off, and I thought to myself, these are long videos. They're like 2 hours, 3 hours long, and lots of dead air time. So I thought, there's no content on Rune Wars. Why don't I make some content? Because if I want some, surely other people want to see some content as well. So I basically thought of, well, let's do the picture format. So I think my very first video was just pictures and me talking over it. But then I realized I need a program for face cam and all this stuff. So that kind of got the ball rolling. And then, one thing led to another. Very graciously, people started supporting me on the Rune Wars BattleCast was my original YouTube name. But then I kind of realized I wanted to talk about other games as well. And so I kind of changed my name to the BattleCast because I didn't want to pigeonhole myself. And, one thing led to another, and things kept going okay. And then I stumbled across Shadespire, which is basically, it's kind of the love of my life as far as board games go, or tabletop games. It was, it's amazing. If you haven't played it, you gotta play it. It's, the perfect combination of short battle time meets card game and strategy, but not like too much strategy, and it's just an amazing game. So I started putting out some videos about that, and that's when the channel kind of really started to explode. Later I got into Lightseekers. I'm soon going to be into the Age of Sigmar Champions, and the list kind of goes on. So yeah, definitely just kind of having a nice creative outlet. Traditionally I play tons and tons of video games. Hours and hours, and slowly but surely the joy of playing video games has just kind of lessened. Games don't hold my attention very long. But video editing is something I really enjoy, and it's totally something I've learned on the go. Lots of YouTube videos, lots of Googling, slowly upgrading the software I use to get to where I am now. So some of you might be wondering, do I make any money off of doing this YouTube hobby? And the answer is no. I haven't made a penny, not one. Not even on videos that get a couple thousand views. Haven't seen a dime. Basically, I pay for everything myself, and I just film it and I just put it up, and it's a way for me to just kind of laugh at myself. And I don't know, my friends have been very supportive by letting me film them, and I've got to meet some really nice people kind of through this YouTube thing. Only very recently have I started to receive free product. which is mind-blowing. And so essentially that's kind of the, the unexpected payoff, is getting things that I would buy anyway pretty well for free because of my YouTube channel. And so for that, I mean, I definitely thank you guys. It's amazing. Wouldn't have dreamed about it. So what do I do? Well, I actually work full-time as a registered nurse. So that's shift work, 2 12-hour days, 2 12-hour nights, and then 5 off. So my schedule does lend itself to being able to create videos because, I'll have a stretch of days off. But at the same time, I mean, it is full-time work, so it's not like I'm, like a YouTuber full-time. In fact, I don't really know. I mean, I guess the time I would play video games, I basically now just edit videos all the time. My wife has been very supportive of me just spending lots of time doing this whole video thing. So yeah, I mean, that's who I am. I absolutely love playing board games, and now I just film them and put them out. As far as like direction of the channel goes, I mean, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll start upgrading my equipment and kind of getting into it a little more. I seriously doubt that this will ever become my job. Some people out there are fortunate enough that they can support themselves and their families by doing YouTube. I doubt it. But I do think I'm going to do this for the foreseeable future. As I say, like some people like gardening, painting, or whatever, and I've kind of landed on this YouTube video thing. It's something I really enjoy. And again, it's just, it's thanks to you guys. Whether you watch all of my videos or even one type of video, I appreciate it very much. And yeah, can't thank you enough. So I thought, it'd be kind of fun to take a tour of my workspace. You can see what it's like to edit these videos to the quality I do, which I don't think is, I think it's okay. It's not amazing by any means. There's some really good video content out there. But this is how I film, so let's take a tour. So here it is, the master workstation. I've got the double monitors, very nice origami crane, pretty standard affair. Over here I've got my fine liquors. No, just joking. Here's the real hero. This is my green screen. It's exactly as you think it is. It is literally a poster board with some very poorly glued on green construction paper. But that's all it takes. I'll take you over to my games. This is my beautiful dog, long dead, but very near and dear. Got my smash up case where I store all my light seekers. Gloomhaven, best game ever basically. Some play mats and all that fun stuff. Star Wars Legion. This box here was where I was keeping Rune Wars. Got a couple games up here, some favorites of mine. Warhammer Quest, absolutely love. Clank, beautiful game. 5-minute dungeon, pretty good. Here you can see all of my Rune Wars army just set up there, the Uthuk in the back. And here we have the Star Wars Legion section, and as well as my Shadespire miniatures here. This is some work in progress terrain I'm doing. And then up here we just have, a couple other odds and ends. Good games. Dice Tower I built. Love this thing. Let's do it. Oh yeah. And yeah, just back to the metal bands that I love, a couple of them. So that's the workstation. Well, now that you see how I film things, maybe you're thinking to yourself, why the hell don't I make some videos? And to that I say, absolutely, go ahead. I mean, if I can do it, so can you. If you find there's a niche out there, there's content you wish you were seeing more of, make it, make it. It's a very fun creative outlet. There are times when I'm just laughing and laughing at how stupid I'm being on camera, and it's definitely interesting. It also gives you some public speaking skills. I mean, I know you're just speaking to a camera, but the internet is not, they don't hold back. If you make mistakes, they can tear you up. So, especially early on in this YouTube thing, I mean, I'm still early on, but I remember reading some harsh comments and just like, it almost keeps you up at night. You're like, oh, it's so painful, but you get tough, and yeah, you can do it. I also thought, let's take a look at some of the how I make a video. So I thought I'd just show you kind of a fast-forwarded clip of what it looks like for me to edit and set up a round of Shadespire. So this is about 11 minutes of footage, and I'll just kind of speed it up. But basically, this is me in my editing software, Power Director, and I'm essentially just setting up all of these card art. You've got to shrink them, you've got to mask them, you have to set in, fade out, and it really is quite a bit of time. And some videos are faster than others. You see video like like straight up gameplay video, like for example, if somebody was playing like Hearthstone and they recorded a round of Hearthstone, well, there's pretty minimal editing. I mean, when you straight up just film gameplay and put it up, it's very easy. But when you look at, big production, as far as I'm concerned, like the Agents of Sigmar, who edit in the CGI dice rolls, let me tell you, like, that takes time. It's not just, a couple clicks of a button. I mean, you can see how long it's taking me just to set up the fading in and the rounds here. And this is only a section of gameplay. The average Shadespire game usually takes me about, you film it, you set it up, probably about 2-3 hours to fully produce it. Some games are even longer. I mean, I had a Legion gameplay video, my first one. That took like 6 hours to do with the multi-cameras. Like, it's a lot of time, and so nothing's worse than when you produce a video and you have like card effects out of sync and it's already up, and oh my goodness, what a nightmare. But you can just see, hopefully this has shed some light on maybe, in your opinion, how inefficient I am at making videos, or maybe how hard it is. I don't know. But anyway, I mean, that kind of sums up the video. I just wanted to, again, just thank you, let you know a little bit about who I am. Maybe you care, maybe you don't. I mean, I always remember videos of YouTubers I follow doing like a channel update video, and I don't know, I kind of like them. I kind of like learning about who somebody is a little bit, especially if you're going to be watching them for a while. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for subscribing and, making my hobby, I don't know, sharing my hobby with me. It's, I really love hearing the comments, and I love engaging in dialogue. And some of you guys are just so damn smart out there. You let me know things that I, would never have known, or mistakes that I'm making. Or maybe even I'm able to share with you something that I've learned while playing. So, I know communities out there are small, and so if we kind of form a community, we can share in this experience together. So that's it. That's the video. Thank you so much for subscribing. Can't wait to see where the channel goes. Stick around. Maybe one day I'll start putting out more videos, but I'm pretty happy with how things are going. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please consider supporting the channel by liking the video, leaving a comment below, or even subscribing to the channel. Until next video, I'll see you then. Thank you.